Some cats meow, others stay completely silent. But every cat has a way of asking for help. You just have to know how to listen. The truth is, cats are incredibly subtle when they're in pain or distress. And if you're not trained to spot those quiet cries, you could miss them altogether. Today, we're going to decode 10 of the most overlooked signs that your cat is silently begging for help. These signs don't come with sound or drama. They're quiet, even invisible to the untrained eye. But for your cat, they can be a desperate cry for support. Sign number 1, they withdraw from spaces you used to share together. When a cat suddenly avoids the couch you always curled up on together, or no longer jumps onto your bed at night, it's easy to think they're just moody, or even upset with you. But this isn't about anger. When a cat pulls away from shared spaces, it's often because they no longer feel safe or comfortable. Something in their environment, or inside their own body, has changed. Pain, stress, and illness often make cats crave isolation, not because they want distance, but because they need shelter. So when your cat disappears from the spaces you once shared, don't take it personally. Take it seriously. If this reminded you of a moment with your own cat, tap the like button. It helps more cat lovers understand the quiet signs that often go unnoticed. Sign number 2, they stop grooming or obsess over grooming just one spot. Cats are known for being meticulously clean, but when grooming behavior changes, it can mean something's wrong. If your cat suddenly stops grooming altogether, that's a red flag. It could mean they're depressed, in physical pain, or suffering from arthritis that makes movement uncomfortable. On the other hand, if they start obsessively licking one area, especially to the point of hair loss, it could signal anxiety, allergies, or even internal discomfort localized to that region. Don't ignore changes in grooming. It's your cat's way of saying, something doesn't feel right. Sign number 3, they sleep more, but never deeply. Sure, cats sleep a lot, but how they sleep matters just as much as how long. If your cat appears to be napping all day, but always has one ear twitching, or startles easily when touched, they may not be sleeping soundly. This light, restless sleep can indicate that your cat no longer feels safe enough to fully relax. It might be stress in the environment, or it could be that their body is uncomfortable and they can't find a pain-free position. A well-rested cat sleeps deeply, confidently. A cat who's only half asleep is on alert, waiting for something to go wrong. Sign number 4, they abandon their favorite sleeping spot for no clear reason. That cozy corner they always loved, the sunny windowsill they claimed for years? If your cat suddenly avoids those spaces, something has shifted. Maybe it's a subtle sound you can't hear, a new object in the room, or even a lingering scent that unsettles them. Or maybe that spot now makes them physically uncomfortable. Cats are creatures of routine, and when they change their routine, it's not random. If they've given up their go-to nap spot, it's a quiet message. This doesn't feel right anymore. Sign number 5, they stare at you, but stay frozen in place. If your cat stares at you from across the room and stays completely still, it may look like they're just spacing out, but in truth, it often carries emotional weight. That frozen posture, paired with steady eye contact, reflects a moment of quiet need. Unlike a relaxed slow blink or playful gaze, this stare comes with tension. Their body may seem rigid, tail tucked close, or paws firmly planted. They're not trying to challenge you. They're not gearing up to play. They're simply watching, waiting, and hoping. Cats use stillness when they're unsure how to ask for support, whether it's physical discomfort, emotional confusion, or a shift in the household dynamic they don't understand. In that moment, you are their focus because they associate you with safety. They're silently asking you to pay attention, to notice what's changed, to sense what they can't put into words. Responding with calm presence, soft movement, and reassurance can go a long way in helping your cat feel seen and supported. Sign number 6, they swallow dryly or lick their lips repeatedly for no clear reason. This one is subtle and easy to miss. You might see your cat sitting quietly, then notice a dry swallow, a flick of the tongue across the lips, maybe a few times in a row. It might not seem like much, but repetitive swallowing or lip licking, especially when not paired with eating or grooming, can be a sign of nausea, throat discomfort, or even anxiety. Cats use this behavior to self-soothe when something inside doesn't feel right. It's their version of a deep breath under pressure. Sign number 7. They lie flat to the floor, even when it's not cold or nap time. If your cat is laying low, not stretched out in relaxation, but curled tightly or hunched low to the ground, it may be a posture of emotional or physical distress. Cats in this position are trying to protect themselves. Their muscles are tense. Their body is tucked in. They're on guard. This isn't about rest. This is a cat who feels exposed, vulnerable, and unsure of the environment or of their own body. It's the posture of a cat trying to stay invisible because they're too tired, hurt, or scared to engage. Sign number 8. They stop responding to their favorite toy or your voice. When a cat no longer lights up at the sound of their name or ignores the toy that used to send them into a playful frenzy, it's a quiet shift that deserves attention. Cats are creatures of habit, and when they lose interest in the things that once brought them joy, it often means their emotional or physical balance has been disrupted. Maybe they're feeling low. Maybe they're tired in a way that rest can't fix. Some cats, when overwhelmed or emotionally withdrawn, simply start to tune the world out. They might lie in the same spot for hours, barely reacting to movement or sound. This isn't about being aloof. It's about not having the energy or motivation to engage. When your cat no longer responds to joy, it's time to gently check in and offer the quiet comfort they might be too tired to ask for. Sign number 9. They start using the bathroom outside the litter box, but quietly and carefully. Some cat parents think accidents outside the litter box are acts of spite, but for cats, it's often the exact opposite. When a cat quietly urinates or defecates outside their litter box, especially in soft, hidden places, it's a red flag that they're in distress. It's a survival response. They may associate the litter box with pain or feel too anxious to make it there. It could be physical discomfort, cognitive decline, or emotional stress, but it's never meaningless. When a clean, trained cat stops using the box, they're waving a silent flag. I'm not okay. Sign number 10. Their face changes. Ears low, fur tense, lips tight. Cats don't cry, but their faces speak volumes if you know how to read them. A cat in distress might have ears pinned slightly to the side. The fur around their eyes might look ruffled. Their pupils may be dilated or uneven. The mouth may seem tight, whiskers pulled back, even if they're not making a sound. These subtle facial changes are signs of discomfort, sometimes emotional, sometimes physical. A cat in pain won't always vocalize it, but their face tells a story. You just have to look closely. Your cat doesn't need to meow to ask for help. They speak with their body, their eyes, their habits, and when those change, they're not just being difficult or dramatic. They're reaching out, not loudly, not obviously, but with quiet urgency. As cat parents, our job is to learn their language, to notice the shift from joy to silence, from play to hiding, from comfort to confusion. When we do, we become more than just people who feed them. We become their safe place, their advocate, and their lifeline. So the next time your cat does something that feels off, don't brush it off. Lean in, pay attention, because behind that behavior might be a message your cat desperately needs you to hear. And if you found any of these signs familiar, it might be time for a check-in with your vet and with your own awareness, because the more you understand their language, the closer you'll feel, and the better your cat's life will be.